the reality is what the Buddha discovered. Some are very obvious realities, known as the evident phenomena. We don't need any reasons to prove them. This all, for example, we all had breakfast, nice breakfast. And we are in Tushita. We don't need to prove that we are in Tushita. So it's so obvious. And there's another class of phenomena which requires reasons. Reasons, for example, like E equals MC square. E equals MC square, or because it is true because Einstein said it. No, you have to evaluate this. Einstein said it, but simply because Einstein said it doesn't mean that it's true. This we don't require the testimony of somebody else's authority. But for example, the Buddha taught emptiness. Oh, emptiness, I pray to emptiness. Buddha taught it. No matter how many times, 100,000 times, for 50 years, you say this, you will never discover emptiness. If you want to discover emptiness, which the Buddha taught, what should we do? Only way by which to understand, get emptiness is you have to study it, reflect on it, meditate on it. Quantum physics, relativity theory. Don't pray to Buddha, right? Don't pray to Niels Bohr, Om Niels Bohr Hum, Om Niels Bohr Hum, Don't recite this mantra for 150 years, 60 years, so that I can understand quantum mechanics. You will never understand quantum mechanics, no matter how many times you recite Niels Bohr Hum, right? You will never realize the quantum physics. You have to study quantum physics. And no exception with emptiness, study of emptiness, to unravel the reality that everything is like a dream. So it's for this reason that the Buddha emphasized so much on the study, reflection, and then meditation. These are in this is the sequence. Study, reflect, reflection, and then meditation. So this is what we need to remember. Particularly, I would say that they having met with His Holiness, number one, having met with the Buddha's teachings, having met with His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and then meeting with these teachings, Bodhisattva Shantideva's texts, we have to make sure that in the future lifetimes we don't follow blindly. Not only in this life, in the future lifetimes also, we don't follow blindly. We follow only out of reasons and the faith given rise to by the reasons. Faith grounded on the reasons. If that is missing, your faith can be shaken any time. So therefore, this is so important. It's for this reason that the Buddha taught that whosoever sees dependent origination will see the dharma. Whosoever sees the dharma will see the Buddha. Because this exists, that exists. Because this is produced, that is produced. Because of ignorance, the karma arises, because of which the consciousness arises, and so forth, and the whole 12, the cycle of the 12 dependent origination enumerated. And because the ignorance ceases, when the ignorance stops, then your karma stops, because of which the consciousness stops, and all the miseries will stop. So oftentimes, some people, without having the proper understanding, they say, oh, Buddha taught everything is impermanent. This is also too naive. And some people say, well, Buddhism is all about suffering, suffering, suffering. In Buddhism, it's all about suffering. This is also too naive. And some people, they even say that the Buddha taught that everything is dukkha, everything is suffering. This is total naivety. So Buddha taught only composite things are impermanent. Not all phenomena are impermanent. Composite things are impermanent. Number one. Number two, not everything is suffering. Only contaminated things are suffering. When your mind is contaminated, then suffering manifests. When your mind is uncontaminated, then the happiness, joy, happiness will manifest. So, this is what, if you want happiness, then let happiness be manifested by introducing the causal factors, the causes of happiness. If you don't want suffering, close the chapter of the causes of the miseries. So what are the causes of miseries? So for this we have to know dependent origination. By dependence on the causes of the miseries, miseries will ensue. Even though you don't like it, you have to bear the consequences in the form of miseries. Whereas you want happiness, embrace the causes of happiness, and happiness will arise invariably.